Okay. Okay. Good afternoon, both Mr. Gavin and Helen, Madam Helen. My name is Ikaf. I'm a counselor for this our organization lah, and we actually receive your referral, and we receive your referral that both of you would like to seek help because there's something going on in the family, and it is a bit much to bear as what you have, Helen. I believe that you called and you actually sent in the referral, and you actually wanted to seek help. So firstly, I would like to thank both of you all for coming today. I understand that things must have been actually difficult related to the taking care of your father. So before we actually proceed, I would like to explain to you all a little bit about some of our PDPA and confidentiality clause lah. So whatever that we are going to share, discuss here in this room is completely confidential. And whenever you see me holding on to this paper, right, it's basically in my notes. I'm just trying to take down notes from our session to actually help us move on further lah, better.
Okay.
Another thing is that if in any case, right, during this session you feel uncomfortable, you may ask for a time, a short break, or we can stop lah at any time whenever that you feel uncomfortable. And should there be any harm towards yourself, myself, or anybody around us, then I might need to break this confidentiality lah. Can? If there's any harm done. Other than that, thank you so much for coming today. And my role today is actually to understand what has been happening lah, between Helen and between Gavin and between the family structure and house taking care of the father, so we can explore ways to actually reduce the stress that's currently being involved lah. So I would like to hear from each and one of you about the situation from your perspective firstly. But before that, I would like to ask you, out of 100%, right, how are you feeling coming into this session today? You can start Helen first lah. Out of 100%, how do you feel coming into this session? Do you feel energized? 100 means you feel very positive.
I felt exhausted, and then that's why I'm here sick up.
Because you felt
I felt very helpless.
Very helpless.
And very tired. So
that's why you're here lah. Okay, thank you. How about you, Gavin?
50-50 tired. I mean, last week got work. I work the full week, but then still need to come down. But I do my part.
Okay. Okay, so let's just start and try to understand the problem. Helen, perhaps you want to share what has been the most challenging for you lately.
My father, the behavior more cranky now. So like during that time when I wake up, then I need to like settle him sharp during that time. So I need to calm him as well. So it's quite hard for me. I felt like I'm really tired. I need to take care of him during night time. And daytime I need to do the housework. So I'm like, I don't know what to do.
So I hear from you that you mentioned that you are very tired, you feel overwhelmed. Besides in your report, or when you refer to us also, you mentioned that you are financially stressed lah. That means financially you are really not doing well. Your sleep is affected, and I can also check that you stated that you are actually facing a bit of anxiety lah.
I don't know, but I feel like, I'm just worried about everything.
So you keep thinking about
what should I do next? I don't know what to do. So I felt very helpless right now.
And when you say helpless, right? Can you explain more what actually makes you feel helpless?
I don't have a sibling, my elder brother. So each time I need help, I will call him. Then always there's a missed call. Then I'm not sure whether he's a very tight schedule or whatever. He never returned my call. So I really need his help in this. I sometimes I need someone to help me to get some grocery, but no one can help me. At the same time, I need to take care of my father. Yeah, I really don't know what to do. Yeah, sometimes it's like, yeah.
Which one is more stressful? You taking care of your father or you dealing with your own stresses? Which one is more stressful for you?
Taking care of my father, my dementia father, yes, it's more stressful. Sometimes it's like don't know what he want from me. So yeah, how to calm him down. All these things, yeah.
Then other than Gavin, is there anyone supporting you, your mother?
No, he also elderly, need to someone to take care with. Yeah.
So everything lies everything is you shoulder everything on your own lah. So
yeah,
very
correct.
difficult for you. I hear you. It's very difficult for you. Okay. Thanks for sharing, Helen. It must have been a bit difficult, but thank you for sharing. Okay. Next, Gavin. So after hearing all of this, what your sister mentioned, how do you actually see the situation right now?
No, I feel like I know things are hard and difficult, but then it's like I also have my own family to take care of. But then every time she will call me, complain, say I never help all this. But sometimes I really got help once in a while. But there are times, of course, I admit I'm a bit very busy. But there are times I really got help. But she always complain as if I never help at all. Then it's like whatever I do, it's she don't really recognize it, and it's like it's no point doing it, because every time I try and help a bit, doesn't get recognized. Then she only look at the part where I never help at all.
So okay. Is there any other in what ways do you actually try to help Helen? Be it like whether you go down or maybe give her emotional support or financial.
I think once in a while when I'm free now, I will bring our father to appointment. Sometimes when I'm free now. Yeah. But there are a lot of things I cannot help because she literally stay with him. So she's the best person to help him already. Whereas I stay few estates away, and by the time I reach there, imagine you need help for groceries, then every day I have to go down and help. Very tiring also. I got my own family, but she got no family.
So after hearing what Helen shared, do you like really do you feel what do you feel about it? What do you think about it? Do you resonate with what she says?
I agree. Taking care of our father is not easy. It's very hard. But then, like saying that I never help at all, that one is really, I feel I don't agree.
And when you don't agree, right, with Helen, or maybe when Helen tried to call you, you don't want to pick up, right? What do you every time when Helen call you, what is the first thing that runs through your mind?
Honestly, sometimes I ignore the call because I really quite tired already, and I'm in the middle of work. Then I know if I were to pick up that call, it's gonna escalate into an argument. So then what's the point, right? Like every time I pick up the call, gonna argue, so I might as well don't pick up. Don't pick up, at least I never argue, then things won't be that bad. Plus at work I already very stressed. Then imagine I really not happy, I still need to quarrel with her. Of course I might as well don't pick up.
Okay. So what I heard from you, right, is that one of your reasons is that because you actually don't want to escalate the situation lah. You actually want to make this situation be a calm situation and see how to tackle it afterwards, right? Okay, thank you. So Helen, you mentioned just now everything was overwhelming for you, right? So usually when things become too overwhelmed for you, right? At home or when you are alone, whether it's with your father or with your own self or with Gavin, right? The problems, right? what are the things that you usually do to manage that situation?
I will run out from my room and from my house. I run out, but I just want to have a piece of like my being time. Yeah. So that's why I keep calling Gavin, my brother. Then and yet he never pick up my phone call. That was so frustrated.
So every time you call Gavin, right? What are you actually hoping to get from him?
I just need his help. I cannot manage my father at that time. I need help from him. I just need help, but he don't want to pick up my phone call.
Okay.
Why?
Okay. And every time when he don't pick up your phone call, how does that make you actually feel?
Angry. I'm so angry with him. He's my father. No, he's my brother.
Okay. So you feel that Gavin, every time you call Gavin, Gavin should actually respond and come and assist you lah.
Yes.
And that would actually make the situation better for you, right? And usually, how many times would you call him?
A few times, 2-3 times. Yeah, during lunchtime. He's supposed to have a lunchtime, right? I tried to call him during lunchtime. How come he cannot pick up my phone call?
I think lunch.
Your lunch. You got the time to eat, right? You can pick up the phone call. Supposedly.
Okay. Okay. Then so these are one of the things that you try to cope with your situation when you can take it, right? Is firstly you go out from
That
situation
also,
to go out to actually get air lah, fresh air to relax your mind. Secondly, you would actually ask for help from Gavin by texting him or calling him. Okay, so these are some ways that you cope. Okay, so next, Gavin, usually when you receive these messages, right, what do you usually do?
Just now I got say already. I usually if I can help, I'll help. But sometimes I'm really busy, and plus I also frustrated because every time like as if I can give her all the solutions like that. Like she says she want help, but I don't know exactly what help she need. But then I feel like I cannot solve everything that she give me.
Then you think I can solve?
But you cannot solve, I also cannot solve, then how?
Then you tell me what to do. What I supposed to do?
But I also got my own family to take care of. I'm not here to solve everybody's problem. But if you need help, you must tell me what kind of help you need. Then if not, I will just ignore the call because you see, like now, argue already, confirm argument.
So usually when Gavin when he don't pick up the call is because you actually don't want this to happen lah, because you feel that it is very heaty and sometimes it will turn into a fight. Other than that, what do you think of or what do you think about Helen during that time, other than do you don't want to escalate into a fight? Do you feel that maybe Helen might need help, or maybe is she breaking down?
I mean, just now she got say when she feeling frustrated and stressed. If she's stressed, she call me. If she just needs a listening ear or someone to support her, I don't mind. But if she just call me and come and complain, say, "Wow, I never help say I never do this, never do that," of course I wouldn't pick up.
It's more like you feel that every time she calls, she's there to blame you and to just state why you never help, and
Just now she say already. Every time call so many times, but it's just to accuse me only. Of course I never pick up. But if
I call you because I texted you, you never reply. That's why I give you a call.
But you see, but she, I also, just now I asked her already what help she need, but she also cannot say what help she need. But if it's she just need someone to talk to, I don't mind. But if you start accusing then that one of course I mind.
Okay, so you feel frustrated lah. Okay, Okay, so next, Helen. Usually when Gavin never responds, right? What you actually do? Just now you mentioned when you feel stressed, you run
Run
away,
away, yeah.
and you call Gavin, right? So now the next part is that when Gavin never respond to you, when you are in that state, you feel frustrated already, you want to run away. What do you do?
I will keep calling him.
How many times will you call him?
If let's say came in more than 2 times, 3 times, countless.
Countless. So and
But I really need help, so
Okay.
I keep calling her.
and
I
every
keep
time
calling him.
every time he never pick up, makes you want to call him more. Call.
I don't know, countless.
Okay. Yeah. So from what I see, right, from what I understand from this situation, I see that the more you get stressed, Helen, the more you tend to call Gavin lah. He never pick up, you will intend to call him more and more until you receive a response from him. Am I right to say that?
Can say so.
Okay. So when you call him, right, do you expect him to what do you expect from him when you call him? Do you actually want him to help you, or do you want him to actually acknowledge your presence even though he is unable to come down?
No, I call him just because I need his help.
Mm.
Yeah, to manage my father.
Okay.
Sometimes my father is quite hard to manage.
Mm.
So I just need his advice. What should I do next? Yeah.
This one you mentioned regarding your father hard to manage. Can you explain more about the situation that your father experienced and what actually made you feel that it's hard for you to manage?
Cranky, shout, behavior change, then be anyway and be anyway. Yeah. Okay. Play with the diapers, all these things. So it's quite hard for me to keep cleaning the house and the floor and blah blah. So in this kind of situation, I really need someone to advise, or I need Gavin's help to me. Maybe can come and we clean up it together and get a helper for me or whatever. I don't know what's the solution, but I really need Gavin to help me.
To better your situation lah, right?
Yeah, to manage my father. Yeah.
It must have been very difficult for you lah, Helen. How you manage a lot of things, manage your father, because he is also diagnosed with dementia, right?
Yes.
Almost late stage dementia. All of his behaviors also
Change.
Yeah, must have been very difficult for you, and I applaud you for it lah. I validate your strengths.
And sometimes my father also don't want to eat, so it's like have to like the baby step, baby feeding kind of thing, have to like try to persuade him to makan lah. So a bit hard for me to like, I don't have such time, the long time to feeding my father. So I need someone to help me, to assist me, to take care of my father as well. So what should I do? I shouldn't call him. Who else I can call?
Okay. Here I hear you, Helen. Also, there's a mention just now. There's a mention of financial difficulty lah. So how have you been managing your finances? How do you actually get your financial? Are you working?
No,
right?
I
Because you need to take care.
Yeah.
So how are you getting by?
I do have some saving, so definitely Gavin will every month will pass me some money lah for my father. So that one, I have to like very very
Very careful with how you spend.
I spend my money, all these things. So
So far so good lah for financial. Just that you need to be very careful in what you spend lah. take care, check.
Compared to last time before, my father in this kind of situation definitely a bit harder now. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So going back to just now my observation, right? The more Helen feels stressed, the more she would call Gavin, and at the same time, the more pressure, the more calls that Gavin receives, he actually feels more pressure from Helen, and that is actually something which actually make him withdraw lah. So it is like a cycle. So for example, Helen is stressed, a lot of things happening. So Helen go and run out and call Gavin. I need to get help. Call Gavin, and then Gavin at the same time, he when Helen call once or twice, right, then he begin to start feeling the pressure, especially when Helen keep calling when Helen never get. So this at the same time also push Gavin back, because as he mentioned just now, he don't want to get into, don't want to heat up the situation lah. So he withdraws away. So it is like a loop lah. So Helen calls aggressively because Helen is stressed. Helen calls aggressively. Gavin feels the pressure and then he withdraws. So if I can confirm with you, do you all see this pattern as well?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay.
Never thought of it that way last time, but yeah lah.
Gavin hardly talk to me about this one.
Okay.
Never share with me.
Yeah. So that's one of the purpose lah, that we come together to actually see lah a different perspective of each other. So other than this there are few things that you guys face that that this family is actually experiencing. Firstly is of course the caregiving stress of taking care of your father with dementia. That's one. Secondly, another problem that or another presenting issue is that there is a rift between Helen and Gavin's relationship lah. There is because of the caregiving issues as well. Both of your relationship has become very tense. So and I'm sure both of you have noticed that lah. Your siblings' relationship have become tense. So have you all actually attempted anything, any solution, or have you all attempted anything to actually heal back this relationship between the siblings?
Yes.
Can you share with me more? What have been done to actually to get the relationship better lah between Helen and Gavin?
Last time I told her before, don't always straight away call me. Just message me first.
But you never reply.
But I haven't say finish But anyways, I feel that message is good, but the thing is sometimes the message very vague. She just say she need help. Then of course I don't know what help she need. Then but if like just now I hear the problems, all the what money, all this if she just straight away tell me, hey, I need $100 to pay the helper, then one message later already I just straight away pay now her lah. I don't need to call, don't need to ask so many things, cause I don't know whether if I pick up the call what is she gonna talk about. Suddenly she call, then suddenly start to rant again. But if she message, she already tell me in the message what help exactly she need. She need a part-time helper or someone to clean the house the next day, then I will go and settle already. No need to talk so much more. Not say I don't want to talk to her but then I sometimes busy with work.
But have you told her that before, that actually if you just send me one message, I will be okay. I will respond when I actually read the message?
He never told me that.
Got hint a bit
Got hint lah. So you that's one of the ways that you kind of like hint her that actually if Helen, you tell me this, just tell me this, just give me one message, I will settle one. So that is one of the attempted solution by Gavin lah. He gave you hints to state that he is
not
there.
about the money.
Okay.
It's not all about the money. I need him to participate to taking care of my father as well. Yeah.
Understand.
Yeah.
So have you done anything to actually other than calling him, done anything to actually mend the situation or mend your siblings' relationship?
I ever invited his family to come and together have our dinner together with my parents, but he never come.
Okay. So your one of your ways is actually so from what I hear, one of the ways that you actually mend this situation is to actually invite him to dinner lah, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And during that day, he didn't actually go.
He never turn up. Yeah.
Okay. And how does that make you feel, Helen?
He I just heard that he not appreciate our sibling
Relationship lah,
Yeah.
because you attempted to call. I mean, invited him, and then he. Yeah, but did you follow up with him? Is there
No, only once.
like,
He don't want to come. That means
he don't want to
no
be
next time anymore. Yeah.
okay. So Gavin, is there any response to that?
That time I never go because my son need to go tuition then my other son need to go his boxing class. Then I have to drive both of them. When I driving, how to message, how to call, right? Then by the end of the day I really very tired I bring them back and forth. Then my wife I also need to, she go for a facial, I also drive her. Then now see, I already got 3 person to take care of now I still need to go to the dinner with our family, all this. Not say I don't want to go but busy but she won't understand because she got no family.
Okay. So yeah. So this session has actually been quite insightful lah. So I would just like to share with you all something that I noticed. So like what we also mentioned just now, that Helen repeated calls, keep on calling Gavin, actually could be your way of actually keeping the family connected during stressful situation, because you feel that during normal days when there's nothing happening, your father is okay, Gavin is not there because Gavin feel everything is okay, so he is with his family. You are busy with your dad and your mom when everything is okay. So that when a stressful situation actually appears in front of you, then the first thing that you thought within your mind is actually to contact Gavin, because could it actually be, I mean, for my interpretation, or from what I noticed, is that you actually want to keep this family together. One of your ways when stress happens, you actually call Gavin as a response to actually you want to face this stressful situation as a family. So not just for us seeking for help, but you actually want to keep the family together with your brother. So this is one of the things that I noticed and for Gavin, it could be, when he step back, right, doesn't mean that he actually don't want to call you or don't want to help you, but it could actually also be one of his ways that he's actually taking a step back so that he don't argue with you, so that the relationship between you and Gavin is not tense up further. So there's actually deeper meaning between the actions have you thought about it that way, Helen?
No.
Right? But could it be true that you actually want the reason why you first person that you called is Gavin, because you actually want to mend the relationship together could it be? Yeah.
Makes sense I never thought of it that way
So that's one of the ways that one of the observation that I see from the responses, right? So okay, for the goals of today's session, because this is the first session, right? I would like to actually propose that this session that we actually try to understand ourselves better, to, like, for example, what Helen said, you have never thought of that way before, and Gavin also mentioned that So firstly it is a session to actually see different perspective lah. Helen see the perspective of Gavin, and Gavin see the perspective of Helen. So another goal for today is actually to introduce a small experiment lah that can actually shift certain actions or certain response that has been going on within this family system, right? Firstly, I would like to suggest a small experiment lah for this coming week. Let's say when Helen experienced a new stress again, maybe something happened at home with the father or with the situation, then Helen respond instead of calling Gavin repeatedly. Instead of calling Gavin a lot of time repeatedly, maybe could Helen just limit it to a call or maybe just a message, because just now Gavin actually mentioned that whenever if you were to send him just a message with a clear instruction of what you need, then he might respond lah. He might respond and actually do it lah. So can Helen, for this week you try to do that?
Can.
Yeah, thank you, Helen. And then for Gavin, because you received this message from Helen, right? Your task is not to solve the problem immediately, but to just simply acknowledge the message lah. To see how would Helen react when you acknowledge the message, because usually, as we know, that when you don't respond to the initial message, Helen will continue calling you, right? So one of the steps that we can take is that you can also change is that you acknowledge the message when you first see the message, or when Helen actually calls you lah, to see if there is a shift in the cycle, to break the cycle from the normal way. Can?
Yeah, sounds doable.
Okay, Helen, for you, does it sound doable for you?
I will try.
Okay. So another thing that we noticed also that today, right, both of y'all, I noticed that both of y'all has actually respond to stress differently. For example, Helen response is something that is called the positive response. For example, when Helen gets stressed, she do something, or she approach the situation. She will be doing she will be calling Gavin, which is actually a positive response. While Gavin, when he actually face a pressure, his response be negative. So that means he backs away, right? So this is actually a difference in a person's response lah, whenever they are faced with stress. And it is also it also states or shows a different communication pattern lah. So that is one of the things that we observe. So before we end the session today, I would like to ask if you have anything that you would like to share, or anything else you would like to bring up.
No.
Nothing
No,
much.
okay.
I think whatever you said just now makes sense, and the plan, the goal, I agree.
Okay. So that task that I gave you all is just a small homework lah, that we can take and do for this upcoming week before we meet again. Okay, so before we end our session, because we start with a scale out of 100, right, or out of 10, how are you feeling when you enter the session? Helen mentioned she feel quite bad, right? So we end it with that as well lah. So Helen, when you are exiting this session, right, how are you actually feeling?
Slightly better. Maybe. Oh yes.
Okay. What is the reason for you to feel slightly better? Anything in particular that make you feel slightly better?
I can. Now that I know that what's the reason, my brother don't want to pick up my phone call. Yeah, I try to understand. Yeah.
And what's the reason? Is it he don't want to argue with you?
Yeah, I heard that.
Okay, great. Okay, Gavin, how about you? How are you feeling exiting this out from 1 to 10?
6 or 7 like that lah.
Mm.
And slightly better lah.
Mm.
Because now at least there's a clear goal and a small experiment you say at least there's something to try and more solutions. Better than previously it's just very blur.
So you feel clearer lah after exiting this at the end of the session. You feel that there is a clear purpose and that you are willing to try out lah the homework or the task that we are going to do.
Yes.
Okay. So okay, great. So thank you both of you for coming to the session. If there is anything at all, then feel free to reflect and feel free to bring it up the next session lah. So thank you so much for today's session, and we will meet again in 2 weeks time. Thank you so much.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Kaf.
Thank you so much.